Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved, immortal beings, and good-looking people. Remember, you're good-looking, so always looking for and finding the good. And here you found the goodest good possible, the greatest show about happiness, joy on the internet. Finding happiness and joy with Edwin and Barry. There is no greater show on earth. Welcome. Get ready. Buckle up, because you're about to find happiness and joy. Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved, immortal beings, and good-looking people. Remember, you're good-looking, always looking for and finding the good. That's the definition of a good-looking person. Now, how can I make the categorical statement that the thousands, in this case now tens of thousands of people that have tuned in to Edwin and Barry speaking about happiness and joy the first and third Thursday every month? Put it in your calendar because you're here. We appreciate it. I know that I see thousands of people that are tuning in, and we ask you only one thing. Share this with 5 people. That's it, 5. Oh, yeah, you want to do 50, 100,000? Great. 5 people, and give us a rating, because that is what spreads the goodness in the world. That's the essence of who you are, because what you've done by being here is you've demonstrated that you are using your most valuable asset to enable you to become the best you. What's your most valuable asset? Your time. You're willing to invest 1/2 hour with Edwin and Barry to learn more about happiness and joy, internalizing, utilizing, and leveraging in your life so that you can become the best you. Because you know when that happens, you will be happier, healthier, and wealthier. Who doesn't want that? And by the way, guaranteed or your money back. Now, it turns out that today you get a full dose of Barry Shore. Edwin is unable to join us at the moment. He sends not only his regards, he sends his energy. So really what I'm doing is I'm channeling Edwin and Barry today. So if it feels like the energy is even greater than usual, that's because I'm channeling both of us together. We're going to talk about several things that are going to make a difference in your life. Now, we discuss usually the 3 fundamentals of life, because these 3 fundamentals, when you utilize them, internalize them, and leverage them in your life, will enable you to be happier and healthier and wealthier. Who doesn't want that? Now, these 3 fundamentals are, number 1, life. Your life has purpose. When you lead a purpose-driven life, and by the way, this first step is critical to your success in life. Critical. And by the way, I'm talking to people on a regular basis, and I presume that amongst the many thousands of people listening, we do have people that are extremely successful from every measure in their personal relationships, in their business success, and in their own internal relationship with self. So we know that this works, the 3 fundamentals. The first one, that first step, which is, by the way, takes you halfway to the goal. Whatever your goal is, the first step brings you halfway there. And this is recognizing that your life has purpose. Not just words, not just an idea. You can feel it in your tummy. Your life has purpose. And when you lead a purpose-driven life, number 2 happens. Now, in this case, good number 2. You go mad. Now, MAD is a wonderful acronym that stands for make a difference. You lead a purpose-driven life, you make a difference in the world. And the third fundamental is to uncover the power and the secrets of everyday words and terms. This is so critical. Everyday words and terms. So I'm going to talk about one that everybody in the world really likes. Everybody in the world wears this and likes to wear it more often than not. When you wear this, you make a difference for everybody else, and you make a difference for you. And what is this word? Smile. Everybody in the world knows how to spell smile in whatever language you want. Let's do it in English. So when you uncover the power and the secrets of everyday words and terms, let's use smile as our example. What we'll call our par exemple. That's fancy French for saying the special, unique example. SMILE is an acronym that stands for Seeing Miracles in Life Every Day. Yes, seeing miracles in life every day. Now, I got to tell you, I am blessed to speak to many people throughout the course of a week. I do lots of these things called webinars, and I do lots of in-person events. Recently, I was at an event with 1,172 people. A lot of energy, a lot of hugging. It was a lot of Barry Shore. And I'm telling the story about Barry Shore, which I'll mention in a little bit. And I'm talking about seeing miracles in life every day. And some people raise their hands and say, hey, Barry Shore, I've been up for hours already. Have you seen any miracles? And I asked them, are you here? Can you hear? Can you stand still? I can't do that. Can you walk? I can barely do that. Do you have water to drink? Do you have food to eat? Do you have a place to sleep? Do you have family? Do you have friends? Every single one of those is a miracle. What's the simplest proof of this? Simple proof. 1 million people didn't get out of bed this morning. You know why? They died. By definition, if you're watching or listening, it means that you didn't, you're alive. Now you have an obligation. That's right, the O word. You have an obligation to live life to the full, to live exuberantly, to build more bridges of harmony, to create more joy, happiness, peace, and love in the world. It's a big word, by the way, the O word, obligation. It's an amazing concept that we're going to just share for a little bit. By the way, share is a great acronym also. You want to write these things down, that's up to you. But the genius of what we're doing right now is you're watching right at the moment, you can try and write them down. If not, you listen again because you want to download and share with friends anyway. Share is a remarkably powerful, positive, purposeful, pleasant acronym that stands for spreading happiness and rejuvenating energy, because they go together. Happiness and energy are two aspects of reality. What we call the he word. Yes, there is a he. I'm a he. I'm a male. I know what a woman is. This is she. Happiness and energy go together. H-E. Now, in today's unique event, I'd want to call it a podcast or an episode, but in today's unique experience today, we're going to discuss two really vital pieces that are going to enable you, again, to be happier, healthier, and holier. Did I say holier? Yes. Happier, healthier, holier. Let's leave aside what holy means, because it means so many different things, so many different people. But I will tell you, it is an aspect of wealth. Wealth comes with holiness. Now you say, wait, Barry, sure, I know so many people out there that are wealthy and they're just not only not holy, they are wicked. We're talking about real wealth, not just a lot of money. I'm talking about being holy. Holy means the ability to flow. That's how we're defining holiness. The ability to be in flow. And that's what we're going to talk about. That's our main topic today. So you want to write down these big 4 letters. This is a 4-letter F word. There's no U in it, but it's a 4-letter F word. F-L-O-W. Flow. People talk about flow. What is flow? We're going to discuss it right now because something amazing is about to happen for you. Let me just see. We have people from all over the world that are sending us notes. Thank you. We appreciate it so much. Keep those love letters flowing. So let's do an acronym for flow, because there are 2. Much like the word self, S-E-L-F, there's a lower self and a higher self. Everybody knows this. Oftentimes, your lower self is what is tugging on you to do things that, in quotation marks, feel good for the moment, but you know intellectually and honestly and personally and deeply that it's not the best for you. Whether it comes to the point of using time in an incorrect way, eating foods that are not beneficial to you, or getting involved with people that are not beneficial to you. Any one of those issues. So this part of self is called, the lower self is called seeking excitement, losing focus. See, when you seek excitement, it's, I need this. Wow, let's do this. Let's go. Losing focus. Hello, what about your goal in life? Now, I am speaking, by the way, tens of thousands of people right now. Tens of thousands. And when we urge you to share this with 5 people, because we want at least 50,000 people every single show, the first and third Thursday of every month for the rest of your life, because this is for your benefit. The show's not about Barry Shore. It's not about Edwin, great people that they are. Hello. It's about you becoming the best you. That's why you tune in. That's why you're using your time. So the lower self is focused on immediacy and feeding that which is not to your benefit. Setting a goal or goals, because they're in 3 different areas. They have to do with money, relationships, and health. Those are the only 3 areas you want to goal, each one of those: money, relationships, and health. If you're seeking excitement, you're losing focus, you're moving away from your goal. That's called doom. You hear that? And it's represented by the word backwards, mood. People get in a mood and you go into doom. So we're talking about the higher self. The higher self is recognizing you're a soul, engaging life fully. You like that? You're a soul engaging or experiencing life fully. That's the higher self. So we're going to talk about 2 levels of flow right now. There's flow in the lower self region, and there's flow in the higher self. Again, this is unlocking the power of everyday words and terms. So what is flow in the lower region, the lower self? Flow is the following. I think a lot of people will appreciate this. I mean, appreciate knowing it. You won't appreciate it because you'll say, oh my gosh, yes, now I get it. Flow in the lower self region means the following: feeling like overwhelm wins. I'm going to repeat that. Flow in the lower self is feeling like overwhelm wins. Oh, there's so much going on. I got things to attend to. There's challenges. It's all, you know what happened? It was supposed to be here, and this person didn't show up, and that happened. Feeling like overwhelm wins. And then your goal doesn't become realized because you're in the lower self. One of the keys to living successfully, which means living in harmony, which means living inspirationally, which means living faithfully, which means living in a transformative process. That's the spelling of the word SHIFT, shift. The ability to shift from the lower self to the higher self is the essence of success in life. I know I work with any number of highly successful people who came to me. I've been doing this for more than 42 years. And I can tell you, 97.2% of all the people that I discuss SHIFT with initially drop the F and the other stuff happens. You got to be effing careful with your Fs. You need to or want to shift your perspective. So when I work with people who are on paper very successful, and yet when we get beyond the paper, they recognize that have not yet shifted into higher self, higher flow. It's not that difficult. You have all the tools you right now. You don't need more information. You don't need inspiration. As good as Barry is, wow, that was so inspiring. I love that's wonderful. You know very well that within an hour, 2 hours, 5 hours, 24, 36 hours, you're doing what you did. So it's really about the T word. The T word is the key. Transformation. That's why you tuned in. That's why you're here. That's why you're with Edwin, the Chief Happiness Officer, and Barry Shore, the Ambassador of Joy, because we talk about and enable you to learn transformation. And once you do that and you taste it, well, it's very hard to go back. Once you start learning how to live in flow in the higher self, it's really difficult to go in lower self. You'll do it once in a while, but you're going to make every effort, just keep rising above. It's like swimming. I swim. I swim now 2 miles a day, 6 days a week, which is an interesting data point. But I was a quadriplegic for years. What does that mean, Barry? That means that for a number of years, I was totally, completely paralyzed from my neck down. Not from an automobile accident, not a spinal injury. It was a rare disease that took over my body one day. I was standing up in the morning, completely healthy, as I believe 99.99% of everybody listening, completely. In the evening, I'm in the hospital, totally, completely paralyzed from the neck down. I can only communicate by blinking my eyes. 144 days in the hospital. I was in a hospital bed in my own home for 2 years. I couldn't turn over by myself. I was in a wheelchair for 4 years. I had braces on both my legs, my hips to my ankles, and that was progress. Thank God today I'm able to be vertical and ambulatory with the help of a 7-foot walking wand made for me by a Zen master. I still can't walk up a stair by myself. I can't walk up a curb by myself. I have help 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. But you hear my voice. Positive, purposeful, powerful, and pleasant, all because of one word. Smile. Seeing miracles in life every day. That process of seeing miracles in life every day enables me to live in flow in the higher self, and will for you as well. We're going to do a quick break right now. We have sponsors that love us. We urge you to use these sponsors, or else we wouldn't have them on. We'll be right back after this brief message. Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved, immortal beings, and good-looking people. Remember, you're good-looking. You're always looking for and finding the good. We're discussing flow in the self. Flow, low flow in the lower self, high flow in the higher self. And we talked about the lower self being seeking excitement, losing focus, because that's what happens. And therefore, the flow in the lower self stands for feeling like overwhelm wins. That's right. Overwhelm is going to win. Not your higher self, not your higher flow. That's what it feels like in the lower self. You want to transition. You want to transform your self into the higher self, into the higher flow. Again, higher self stands for recognizing you are a soul experiencing life fully. Higher flow stands for focusing, learning on winning. That's it, Barry. That's it. The higher flow with the higher self is focusing, learning on winning. So let's discuss it in a little bit more detail. What does that mean? First word, focus. One of the aspects of highly effective, highly successful, highly lovable, highly healthy, highly wealthy, highly joyful, highly happy people who are high. Very sure. Yeah. Do I get high? Regularly. Do I need any substance? No. Thank you. Did I ever, by the way, use substances? Long story. I'm 74, 50 plus years ago in my 20s. That's another story. But that's not what this is about. This is about the ability to use one of your most important talents. Now, you might say to me, Barry, I don't have that talent. Well, guess what? You do. You need to develop it. It's a muscle, like any other muscle in your body, in your soul. Yes, your soul has muscles. We'll discuss later. It's called the giving muscle. The giving muscle in the human being is the most important muscle you have. It's a soul based muscle. For right now, we're talking about the ability to focus. You have the ability. Yes, but focusing for more than a minute or two or 5 or 10 or 20 is really tough. Okay, that's true. Maybe. So, therefore, what? As my math teacher used to say to me when I asked a question about such and such, and therefore, what? Do you ask yourself that question? Say, well, focusing is tough for me. Okay, what does that mean? Does that mean that 5 minutes of focus is really tough? Okay, start working towards 5 minutes. 5 real minutes of focus. What a difference it will make in your life. 5 minutes of focus every single day. Ah! Do I really want you to focus for 5 minutes every single day? Absolutely. And then once you've mastered that, which really shouldn't take more than a month or two, we work towards 5 minutes a day, twice a day, once before noon and once after noon. That's right. You're going to go to 10 minutes a day. Eventually, are you telling me, Barry Shore, that eventually I'm going to get to the point where I'm doing it for a long time, like 20 minutes each time or 30 twice a day? Yes. And you know why? Here's a great question. Why? Why should I do this? The only answer is because you want to be happier, healthier, and wealthier. If you didn't, you wouldn't be tuning in. If you didn't, you wouldn't be listening to Barry Shore, the ambassador of joy. Go to my website, barryshore.com, and avail yourself of lots of wonderful non-costing, that's the word free, the F word, 4-letter F word, free, valuable, transformative processes. You can get one of my 3 books, absolutely free. It's an ebook. Get it. Use it. Check out Edwin, Chief Happiness Officer. Look him up. Find out what he does and how he does it. You'll be better for it. You'll be happier. You'll be healthier. Now, when we talk about health, because I know health, we're talking about physical, mental, spiritual health. That's the essence of you. Physical, mental, spiritual health. I told you, I now swim 2 miles a day, 6 days a week. Have more than 9,302 miles under my belt in my swimming trunks. That's where I keep them. I've been doing it for 15 years. I was a quadriplegic. There is no reason for anybody to not be moving daily. I mean moving. I mean doing. I mean exercising and doing it in a focused way. So high-level flow, focusing, learning. Yes, you want to learn more. The root word of learning is 4 letters, EARN. What does that spell, Barry Shore? Earn. Oh my gosh. When you learn, you'll earn more. How do you do that? Well, use the real root, the 3-letter word, root, EAR, ear. Learn to listen. Learn to listen. Locating insightful, sustainable, transformative energy now. Focusing learning on, because you have to have something you're going to focus on. You want to learn how to be on, that's right, regularly. When you're on, you become you, the higher self flow, focusing, learning on winning. Guess what will happen when you focus learning on winning? Tick, 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 boom. That's right. You got the answer. You're going to win more, often, more, better, bigger. Dream, winning. If you don't want to win, choose not to. It's up to you. Nobody's telling you have to. But if you're human with a mind and a heart and you choose not to win, I would say you need to find someone who can give you medicine, because it's not normal. Now, the medicine may be physical medicines, maybe drugs and things like that. I'm talking about real medicine. The ability to find a mentor. Again, focusing, learning on winning. It's too easy. There's so much out there. That's our word today. We're doing this so that you can become the best you. When you're the best you, you build more bridges of harmony, you create more joy, happiness, peace, and love in the world. Love stands for living on vibrant energy, living on the vibrational plane. So we discussed the two aspects of self, the lower self, the higher self. Lower self, seeking excitement, losing focus. The higher self, recognizing you're a soul, experiencing life fully, and using the two levels of flow. The low level flow goes to the low level self. Low level flow is what? Feeling like overwhelm wins. It's constricting. It's this. It's going to take over. I can't handle it. Feeling like overwhelm wins. That's the lower self. That's the lower flow. You want to shift. Remember, SHIFT, T for transformation. Shift into the higher self and the higher flow. The higher self is recognizing you're a soul, experiencing life fully. In the higher flow, focusing, learning on winning. It's great when people say, oh, he's a winner. She's a winner. I don't know how they do it, but those are winners. Choose to live in the higher flow with the higher self. 6 most important words you can internalize, utilize, and leverage in your life. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. Choice, how you choose to respond in any given situation, will determine not only the pathway, but the trajectory of your life. You can transform your life literally 24, 48 hours. Higher self, higher flow. So with that, we're going to give you a hug like we do at the end of our shows and a blessing. HUG stands for heartfelt, unlimited giving. And of course, the blessing. Go forth, live exuberantly, spread the seeds of joy, happiness, peace, and love. Go mad. Go make a difference. Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved immortal beings, and good-looking people. Remember, you're good-looking, so always looking for and finding the good. And here you found the goodest good possible, the greatest show about happiness, joy on the internet. Finding happiness and joy with Edwin and Barry.